shot.
True that.
Alright, is it going?
Yeah.
Word. Anyways, how you doing, man?
Chilling, drinking my...
Word.
I actually don't want to advertise. Drinking my beverage.
Drinking a beverage. Yeah, it's alright.
There was no sponsorship money there. So.
Anyway, so I'm actually just gonna ask the same two questions I've been asking everybody, right? Except the difference with yours is I'm gonna post yours like pretty much raw, you know, because I think that your point of view will be a real legitimate, true to like what this area's point of view would be from like the origin.
Shop on my CD.
Yeah. Yo, I'm giving you a drop, because that's what I was doing. You know?
Yeah, do that right now.
Yeah.
College project.
Yeah, what's up, yo? Hi. So my first question, when was the first time you became aware of the cipher? Like that people were like communicating through hip-hop and in like a circle of communication, I guess. That's what I like to call it. But like, you know, when's the first time you became aware of the cipher?
I actually went to the projects, the Shaughnessy projects in Lowell, Massachusetts. I was actually really just playing basketball, and I played basketball at this park right in front of the projects, and this kid came out with a little MC Shan hat or whatever, and his name was Def Rock, and he was like, yo man, you be rapping, like I see you, blah blah blah. So he took me in back, and we went back there, and it was like a big old, you know, a bunch of MCs, and everybody, at that point in time, everybody was still like real new to ciphers. Like I don't think we even knew it was a cipher. It was just a round circle of people just started getting around and started rhyming. And you know, when you don't know if that's like something that's an everyday occurrence, because I just rhymed at the time. There weren't like a lot of people who rhymed then. There would be like, it'd be like city to city, there might be 3 people that rap. You know what I mean? And
well, so give the people out there a date.
Oh man, this is like I was a little kid. I mean, I started rhyming when I was about 13, and in Lowell, by about 89, 90, there had really been like about 3 people rapping. There was like Def Rock, myself, this cat named Dave Choate, we called him King David. 1 or 2 other cats would occasionally come through, GQ, and these were like the only dudes rapping. Big shout out to EMC. So EMC was like the crew out there, of, you know, Def Rock and these cats. But it wasn't really like an organized cipher. It would just be people rhyming. Whenever we'd all get together, then we'd all rhyme in the cipher. You know, it wasn't like there was like a lot of people exactly rhyming at that time in Lowell. But anyways, that same year, I took the train down to Boston. And went to a thing called the Wrap It Up Summit. It was like a thing that Strawberries did on Washington Street in downtown Crossing, and they had this big thing. It was hosted by like Warner, Elektra, Cold Chillin'. So I got like Big Daddy Kane, like the Wrath of King, Long Live the King, excuse me. All those kind of Audio 2, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, all those kind of artists were all like in this big rap bag, and it was a rap battle with the cats beatboxing. And one of the pioneers here, A-Train, who now runs a very popular rap website here in Boston, shout out to A-Train, he was like slaying dudes in this beatboxing battle, and I mean like at a level I'd never heard. And MCs were just boom, were an instant round circle, you know what I mean? Outside, after, before, and so that was, but even that was kind of like organized. But the first, this is crazy, the first real cipher I ever saw that I knew that it was a cipher, and the people were like, oh, a cipher. I went to Martha's Vineyard. Same year with my man Feet, from who was the other cat rhymer with me at the time. We formed this group called X-Cal. But actually, it might have been the summer of summer of '89, I'd say. We go down there with his parents, and a friend of ours was like, we were looking for a cipher. Like, we were looking for groups of people like rapping. We at that time, you had to like advertise that you liked hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, we had like Public Enemy and Big Daddy Kane, that boombox, and we were driving around. You know what I mean? And just like trying to get people to pay attention to the fact that we had hip hop. You know what I mean? And it was like, Martha's Vineyard was not like what it is now. You know, it was just a chill cut spot, and nobody really, you know, that we knew of was really there to rap. Anyways, we go down real late night on the beach one night, and we basically snuck out. We get down on because we were young, you know, so we get down on the beach, and sure enough, a friend of ours made fun of us. He's like, there's going to be some like cipher of MCs down at the beach, a bunch of like rap dudes. Sure enough, there was like 40 dudes on the beach, and at the time it was like shocking, you know what I mean? These were all kids that came over from New York that were vacationing, you know, trying to look like they were like, you know, real hood city cats, but they were real rich, affluent dudes coming to Martha's Vineyard, you know. But there was a big ass cipher on the beach, and this kid, I ended up battling in the cipher. His name was Granville, and MC Granville, and I ended up beating him with a couple punchlines that I had. So it was the first rap battle I was really ever in, because all the other times had just been freestyle back and forth. This was a real battle, you know. And I remember the wackest rhyme I said to him, and it ended, and all his friends laughed at him. I think it was kind of because of how I looked compared to how he looked. He looked like he was an MC. He was like all Big Daddy Kaned out, and I was pretty much looking like how I am now. And I was like, it was whack, but it was like, I was like, I'm a rapper, you're a meat slapper, your excuse for a rubber is my Slim Jim rapper, and like, and I just ended it, you know, and like, that was how whack it was at that time. You could beat somebody with a Slim Jim rapper, or something like that. So Martha's Vineyard, man, you wouldn't expect, you know what I mean? Because it was '89, and it wasn't like there might have been like, and at that time I wasn't like chilling in like Dorchester, Mattapan, or anything, unless I was in like Franklin Park going to like an occasional show or a festival or something, which we also knew that there would be like groups of people around. But at that time, other than those spots, there were no like MC ciphers around. There weren't people like just, oh, there's gonna be a cipher or a show. Like, I mean, right now we're near the Mideast here in Cambridge, and the Mideast didn't do hip hop back then. You know what I mean? I threw a show not long after that at the Rat, which was still open at that time. It was myself, Acrobatic. I just booked like people that I knew. You know, this was like '91, and he was actually called Stud B at the time. And you know, we were like the rappers at that time. You know, and it was and we didn't even have names yet. You know, I was Lord Plord of Excal, with Acrobatic. Esoteric was just starting to come up then. Checkmark here from Cambridge, and then we eventually got a show over here at the Mideast, and Checkmark was there, and I came down. We ciphered. We were real cool because we were punchline MCs, and this was around like '91, you know, and that's when people started getting a little bit more organized with it. '91, '92, '93, all of a sudden there's a rap scene here, and there were occasional places you could play, which is funny because right now, here we are, you know, like, you know, 2009, you know, coming up on 2010, and there isn't that many places you can actually play hip-hop anymore. People are stopping playing a lot of the bigger shows, so it's kind of almost like it was then. There'd be pockets of places you could go to that were typical rock places that you could go book out and make it hip-hop, you know. What's bigger now is the online stuff, and, you know, people connecting that way, but in reality, there's really not that many places that you consistently can do hip-hop, even in a city like Boston.
Word.